Hello lovely people, in this video we will be treating the hood or the bonnet, whichever country you're from, of this car. Why? I have no idea. Is it going to be effective? I have no idea. Is it worth it? I have no idea. So I hope we're going to find all of that out in this video. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because in the back, I cannot start with the wiring and anything because in a couple of days, we're going to go to Scotland. So I don't want to start with anything. I want to do something easy and fast that I can do in a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours, and just done with it. So I do have the under tray from the engine removed because I did have an oil leak, so I had to clean it up and I need to sort that out. If anybody was interested in what was happening, basically the crankshaft seal, I think, it was gone, and the oil was going through that on the belt and it was throwing the oil all over the place and everything was dripping down. So now the belt is replaced, the seal is replaced, everything is fine, nothing is leaking. So I will treat this under tray and I'm gonna put it again back under the car. In regards to treating this, it's not important at all because this is mainly for wind noise and maybe improving, like preventing drag under the car. So it's going to be a little bit more efficient fuel-wise. That's what I found online. I'm not sure if it's true. For this one, I'm going to be using, again, the worst stuff that I have, exactly the same that I used for the back bumper, because I just need to use it and this part is absolutely not important. This is literally just for adding some weight. In regards to this, we will be treating the actual bonnet or hood, again, depends where you're from, and I want to go under the scuttle because when I was running this wire, I didn't notice that there's an empty gap like in between the glass and this, and I think we could put something in there to prevent any noise coming into the cabin. So the main noise is going to be the engine noise, maybe some wind noise, but I'm not sure. So for this thing, I will be using vibro filter, 2mm CLD, and we're going to put some, I'm not sure which one, if I'm going to have enough of this, which is specially designed for the bonnets, which is CCF with aluminium foil that reflects heat back. If you watched the video where I did the infinite baffle subwoofers, I did put some of this thing on the plastic tray that goes right next to the muffler, and it did withstand the heat. It did perform fine, so this is not going to melt. Everything is going to be fine. Now the problem that I see straight away is I will remove this. However, all of these, this is, yeah, very resonating. So I'm not sure if I will be able to go in there. Maybe we're gonna have a look when we're gonna remove everything. I will leave these sides for later because I will be treating the wheel wells with this dead end as well, but this is going to be later on because I need to do it one by one, remove the wheel, maybe treat this one as well a little bit, but for now I want to do just the bonnet and this one. In regards to the testing, because we always test stuff, I don't just do stuff just to show. I will be testing noise inside the cabin. So we're gonna sit in the cabin, I'm gonna put a microphone, I'm not sure if it's gonna be right in the middle or on the passenger side, and we're gonna measure the engine noise with the bonnet up like this. We're going to close it like it is factory, and then I'm going to do another measurement after the whole treatment just to see if there is absolutely any improvement at all. If there's going to be no improvement, then we will know that it's pointless, it's worthless, and it's going to be done. But another thing that I would like to tackle in this video, not sure how much time I'm going to have, is these. So when I'm driving, I did notice, like I'm going to show you from the inside. While I'm driving, I didn't notice that I do have noise, wind noise especially, coming somewhere from this area. Now, I thought it's going to be behind this one, but behind this, there's really nothing. And I suspect that there's going to be seals, rubber seals that go there, and they do let in some wind noise. So I will try somehow, not sure how, to address that, because look, if I'm gonna close this like this one, this area, you can see it's it's literally not touching, and there's a little gap in there, so wind noise can go in through there. You can see I can do like this, and here as well. Like all of these rubber trim surround spacers or whatever, they are worn because this car is over 10 years old, so everything is worn. I was thinking maybe to put something like under in between so you could lift it a little bit and it would make a better seal, like especially here, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So I do have a few of these rubber thingies. I have this one, all of this from AliExpress, but these, I don't think they're gonna work. You can see this profile, they're kind of thick. So I'm planning to use this. This is just a rubber. It is advertised like a seal for windows. So I wanted in the beginning to put it on the top, but then I thought that it's not going to be that great. So you can see that there's a little gap on the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this from the inside just like that, just to glue it in all the way around where this is supposed to be touching. And on this one, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try something because I could replace these, but these will cost me a fortune. For one door, I had a look online, it's like 20 quid for that, another 20 quid for that, like 30, 40 quid for the front ones. So it would be probably, I don't know, 200 pounds or something to replace all the doors. And I really don't want to do that. You can see here as well, like here you can see there's a little gap. So when I'm gonna put this one in there, hopefully that gap is going to disappear. In regards to how I'm going to measure that, I am not sure. Because I don't have any amplifiers, anything in the car. I cannot bring anything from the house. So I think I'm going to put my phone on a tripod, like literally here. I'm going to play pink noise over the phone, and I'm going to measure with a microphone, like near field next to that gap. And one there, and maybe here as well, and we're just gonna see if there is any kind of improvement at all. I doubt it, but if there's gonna be, it's gonna be fine. If not, I'm just gonna peel everything off and just not bother with anything. So we're gonna start with this one. I'm gonna start disassembling everything. So I need to remove that, the wipers, the scuttle, and then I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Okay, before I do that, let's measure the noise quickly. So I have a microphone here. It doesn't really matter where it is. It's just so it would be in exactly the same place. So first, let me shut the door. First, let's measure just the noise. Okay, so this is the noise. This is when nothing is playing. So we can see, yeah, just like that. Now, let's turn on the engine. And this is gonna be with the bonnet open. There we go. It's working. Let's go RTA and let's measure. Okay, so I did capture this. Now let's close it down, and I think we will be able to hear the difference, because mainly it's, I don't know if you know, it's like the TDI tick, what people call, when it's just you can hear the ticking. So let's measure now like this. Cool, 100 current. Let's shut this down, and now we can compare. So yes, you can see there is a difference with open and closed. So we're gonna see if there's gonna be a difference when everything is treated. Let me save these measurements and let's start working. There are little gaps between that panel and these reinforcements, but I'm not gonna put any butyl. If you're gonna put butyl, it's gonna melt and it's gonna drip, so it's kind of pointless. So I'm just gonna treat the biggest pieces. Again, this is not to go overkill, just a little bit. The biggest pieces, and that's gonna be fine. So this, whatever it's called, cover or whatever, it is touching only those little veins that are actually protruding. Everything else everywhere is deeper inside. So I will try to cut everything according to this and leave only those so it would not bulge too much. And for those that are asking, why don't you use cardboard cutouts to have templates? I don't have time for that. This is not for Instagram. This is for functionality. I'm just using all the scraps that I have because I cannot be bothered with all of that. For foam, scraps are fine. I know that this does nothing, but okay, this part is done. It's a mess. I will need to clean it. I'm not gonna measure after this because I'm 100% guaranteed that there is no difference in any audible noise. But it's a little bit better. It's not as bad, it's not as tinny, so it's gonna help, not sure. Now, let's do all of this thing. You always keep finding stuff on there. When I take my car to the mechanic and I bring it back, I always keep finding stuff there because he keeps leaving random stuff. And I think this specific one was the bit when the injector clamp bolt snapped, so he had to take it out. And this is what I mean, that there's a lot of space in there. Now, the problem is that we have wipers, we have some other random stuff. I'm not gonna put any CLD in there. What I want is to put as much of probably CCF, just to have some kind of a noise absorption, mainly from like wind noise, because like this corner here, it goes into the A pillar there, and exactly the same as you remember when I was running the power wire, exactly the same goes there as well. So I just want to fill all those little gaps, because there you can go under the windshield almost, and all that noise, I think, kind of maybe it goes into the cabin. So I decided I will remove the wiper arms and that plastic thing because I will not have any access at all. Inside over there, you can see this is open. So this can absorb moisture, and it is there from factory because there is no water there. All the water, you can see, I just washed the car literally before starting doing this. We have some water there, and everything goes down there and it goes in all those drains. So the water does not go higher than like this point. So up till there, it can be something that absorbs water because it's literally under the roof. So it might absorb moisture, but from the heat from the engine, it will dry out, just because you can see from factory it is already there. So let me try to remove these so I could have a bit more access. we have these from factory, which are, I don't know what material that is, but now we have a little bit more space to work with. I'm not gonna put any CLD because it's pointless. This is a firewall, this is bent, this is the most probably structural and toughest part, because you can see there's nothing right. Oh, so at the top, I don't know what's on the top. Is it plastic? Can I see anything in there? Oh, it's metal. Yeah, so the top could use a little bit of CLD, but I have no idea how to apply in there. But what I want is just literally to fill as much CCF as I can. I'm gonna use this one and I'm just gonna layer it up. So I'm gonna put 2, 3, 4 layers, because you can see 4 layers is like this, which is what, 2 inches, probably a bit less than 2 inches. So I don't mind using all of it, because why not? But first I need to clean it up a little bit because it's very, very dirty in there. Done. That's a little bit cleaner. I'm not gonna bother with that glue to remove it because it's pointless. It's not gonna be CLD, it's just CCF. Even if it's not gonna stick properly, I don't mind. It's foam, it's fine. So I'm gonna try to put some under there, like here from the bottom, and just however, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna cut little strips like that and start gluing in. So I have only these scraps and I'm literally gonna put all the scraps in because I really don't plan to use them anywhere else. Foam CCF, so just however, wherever. And this is gonna be the most important part, is the last one, and it's gonna deal with the noise the best. There you go, good stuff. So this is the reason why I don't like to do time lapses, because when you're doing a time lapse, it's kind of like doing a corn video, just because you have to be aware of yourself, where you are in front of the camera, not to block anything and give you the best view possible. I know, very bad alternative, but there we go. Everything is covered, like as much as I could. I don't have any more of this left, nothing else. With that, I'm not gonna even bother. Is it gonna do anything? I have absolutely no idea, but I guess the measurements will show. So I'm not gonna waste your sanity and I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna put everything back together without the time lapse and we're gonna do the measurement. And of course we have a problem. It wouldn't be this. So the wiper, it goes like that and there. You know, if you're able to see it, it goes from here because this one goes in circles. So, oh my God. Go back just like that, and then it goes like this, and then you can see it pushes on this. So I have to remove a little bit from there just to have clearance for the wipers. There's always something unexpected, so I did gouge out a little bit over there where it touches and a little bit there. So now it does move kind of freely. It does touch a little bit. I'm not sure how audible that is gonna be during the rain. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because it does move freely, it just touches a little bit. So, is it audible? Kinda? But not from inside. From inside you cannot hear anything, so I'm happy. It's gonna be fine. One little tip, I'm not a mechanic, but I don't know if it's the same on any other cars, but like on these Octavias, when you're putting this scuttle back, it has this little groove, and this little groove goes into this little whatever. So you need to make sure that this is clean from any debris. If there's gonna be any, I don't know, leaves, sand or whatever, this one is not gonna go in properly. And this one as well, just need to clean it from everything, otherwise it's not gonna fit. I tried, so I know. So don't make the same mistake as me. Everything put it back together exactly the same as it was. Now let's take a measurement and see if we will see any improvement. Okay, moment of truth. Shut the door. Yes, I know. Okay, let's go RTA. This, let's actually do this. Let's take the last measurement. RTA, I want to see that measurement. Much higher. Why? Because the door is open. Let's try again. Okay, current. Let's go back. Let me shut it off. It's so hot. Okay, do we have any? Yes. Wow. Okay, so you see this, the darker line. It is the same improvement. Nice. In regard to the dB, it is about 2, 3, 4 dB quieter compared to how it was. So indeed, let me remove this one. And let's change the color so we can see it a bit better. There we go. This is our improvement of the noise. So yes, indeed it works, but I'm still 100% guaranteed that what works is that CCF strip rather than the actual bonnet. But maybe, I don't know, but it works. Yes, it is a little bit quieter. So happy days. Now for dessert, let's try to work with this little trim, just one door, and see if it does literally anything. Oh my god, I'm laughing to myself. I just said the word dessert, and the little one from the back, Daddy, dessert? What kind of dessert? Okay, bonus content. So the only thing that I did, as I mentioned, I took that rubber trim, oh, this unpeeled, and the only thing that I did, I just put a bead over there, and that's it. I didn't change anything. I didn't put anything here, nothing. So now, when it's closing, you can see that there is, like, in this gap, so there is literally no gap. And what I did, I measured with the pink noise. The phone was playing pink noise there, here as well, so it was playing here. And the results are as follows. The front, this was before the rubber thingy, and this is when I put the rubber thingy on. So you can see it's not much, but like this, probably this is the only thing that went through, because like without the rubber, you can see there is a peak here between 3 and 4K, and then after the rubber, when the gap was sealed, it's much less. Well, 5-6 dB, probably more than that. However, this is, for some reason, it picked up only one kind of peak frequency. Probably only that was going through that little gappy thingy. But I don't know. I will see how it's gonna be driving on a motorway. Next time I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. I know it looks ugly, but it doesn't matter. But from the rear, this was the rear when I had the microphone literally like this, because I said that something is coming from this side, and after the rubber, there is no difference. It's even kind of almost more noise, so there is no difference with the noise, but you can still hear this peak. This is coming from somewhere, not sure where. So from this, maybe from the back window. The problem with these is these bloody windows, because I think it might come from these gaps, because when you roll the window even a little bit down, all of this, you can see, look, all of this. So I would need to remove, I would want to replace them, but I'm not gonna. I need to remove these and maybe put something like there so it would push the window a little bit more, because look, see, and exactly the same for the front one. But the good thing is that this front works, so yay. I do have a bit more different ones. Maybe I'm gonna try to put there somewhere else, but in summary, the treatment of the front helps with the engine noise. Is it gonna help with the road noise? We'll see. When I'm gonna drive, I'm gonna give my feedback. This was a fun, a few hour project. If you're gonna decide to do something like this, or you've done it before and you can share results, please comment down below. And that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.